Hello, everyone, and welcome back for our continued sharing together of the workbook of A Course in Miracles. And today we are on lesson 17. Can you believe that? Already lesson 17. So to begin today, I'm feeling moved to say that, well, first of all, congratulations for continuing. And, this is a huge commitment. A huge commitment to do these lessons for a whole year of 365 days. So wherever you're at right now is perfect. If you're feeling challenged, if you're feeling triggered, it's totally perfect. Just keep doing the lessons as they suggest. Do exactly the way that they suggest. Again, you may not be doing them perfectly, and that's okay too. We are, I myself as well, continuing the process. This is an ongoing, continuing the process of undoing the ego thought system. Again, this is a mind training course, It was authored by Jesus, and Helen Schuckman was the scribe, along with Bill Thetford. You can always research and find more about that. Google it, and if you choose to. I'd be happy at some point to share a little bit more about that as well. So I just wanted to say that to begin today. And as I said, I'm doing this work along with all of you as I'm doing these videos. So I thank you again for being here. And I just want to say as well at the beginning, would you please, I'm committed to cause here a community of like-minded individuals, people that are studying A Course in Miracles, that are, applying the Course in their life. My sole intention is to go inwardly and to continue to expand and grow, and also to go inwardly to have more and more inner peace. And that definitely has been my experience over the last 20 some odd years that I've been doing the course. But I wanted to say that today. I have to overcome some of my perfectionism along the way here in presenting these videos, and so that's all part of the process. I have to deal with some of my ego thoughts, which we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment here, that get in the way. And so the course is taught me, as it will teach you, or give you access to how to bring those thoughts to the Holy Spirit, to be able to surrender and release them, so that in that process, you will in fact continue to find more peace. So I'm going to continue on now, and I'm going to read the lesson for today, which is lesson 17, and then I will give a reflection. You know what, I also, at this stage for myself too, as I'm doing these videos, I do have notes. I want you to know that. And because I do my reflecting prior to doing these videos, and I want to make sure that that I give you my thoughts from my own inwardly expression. So that's supporting me in the moment, and that's what I wanted to say. Okay, all right, enough of that, and I'm going to move on to lesson 17, which is today, I see no neutral things. Yesterday was, I have no neutral thoughts. So again, I see no neutral things. This idea is another step in the direction of identifying cause and effect as it really operates in the world. You see no neutral things because you have no neutral thoughts. It is always the thought that comes first, despite the temptation to believe that it is the other way around. This is not the way the world thinks, but you must learn that it is the way that you think. If If it were not so, perception would have no cause and would itself be the cause of reality. The view of its highly variable nature, in view of this highly variable nature, this is hardly likely. In applying today's idea, say to yourself with eyes open, I see no neutral things because I have no neutral thoughts. Then look about yourself, resting your glance on each thing you note long enough to say, I see a neutral, I do not see, excuse me, this is being authentic and real. Excuse me. I see, again, I'm gonna go back. Then look about you, resting your glance on each thing you note long enough to say, I do not see a neutral blank because my thoughts about blank are not neutral. For example, you may say, I do not see a neutral wall because my thoughts about walls are not neutral. I do not see a neutral body because my thoughts about bodies are not neutral. As usual, it is essential to make no distinctions between what you believe to be animate and or inanimate, pleasant or unpleasant. Regardless of what you believe, you do not see anything that is really alive or really joyous. That is because you are unaware as yet of any thought that is really true and therefore really happy. 3 or 4 specific practice periods are recommended, and no less than 3 are required for maximum benefit, even if you experience resistance. That's new. However, if you do, the length of the practice period may be reduced to less than a minute or so that is otherwise recommended. So one of the things we're going to stretch in is being our authentic self as we go along and do the course. So excuse me again for that sneeze. All right, so in yesterday's lesson, as I said earlier, at 16, we have no neutral thoughts. You know, we're learning that every thought has effects, and each thought produces either fear and war. Remember, we got that from yesterday. Each thought produces either fear and war or love and peace. So no thought is idle. Every thought is producing something all the time, and is contributing to either truth or illusion, what is real or unreal. And more that's going to be distinguished as we go along in the study and the practice of the course. You know, again, this is a mind training course, and the course is having you examine and be more aware of your thoughts and the effects, cause and effects. Our thoughts are cause of the effect, and we have choice. We can choose our thoughts. Yes, we can. We have choice. We have free will. So as we continue with this lesson here, lesson 17, you know, we're being taught, you know, we're learning the real cause and effect relationship, and between what you think and what you see. You think that the outer world, you know, the outer world events cause your perception, but in fact, your perceptions are caused by your thoughts. You know, we tend to believe that the events or the actions in the world cause us to think in certain ways. And the Course says the opposite. It is always the thought that causes, or that comes, the thought that comes first. And I want to read a quote here, and it's written by Gary Renard. And Gary Renard has written the book called The Disappearance of the Universe, which is all related on the Course of Miracles, something you may want to consider down the road, and to support you in your study and practice of the Course. But here's what Gary Renard has to say. The world is not being done to you. It's actually done by you. It's not coming at you. It's actually coming from you. Again, that's a quote from Gary Renard, a teacher and student of A Course in Miracles, and written several books. So again, as we have no neutral thoughts, and again, they are thoughts of, again, fear and war, thoughts of love and peace. Either one. The ego is all fear-based, and the other aspect of our mind, the right-mindedness, is all based in love. So we have no neutral thoughts, and we see no neutral things. So to conclude here, I want to read again in this lesson in paragraph 3. Let me see paragraph 3 and the second line. It says, regardless of what you may believe, you do not see anything that is really alive or really joyous. That is because you are unaware as yet of any thought that is really true and therefore really happy. Just recently, with regards to that, one of my teachers of A Course in Miracles, Diana, spoke the other night about the fact that, we are so patterned and brought into this world, and we develop, a lot of our thought system and the way that we live our lives from a real sense of fear, not just sense of fear, being in fear, insecurities, fears around finances. We got to do this to make more money. We have to have a job like this to make more money. We've got to buy this house or bigger house. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Not suggesting that. It's to take a look at that and see how much of it is fear-based. On the other side of the coin is that when you look at our lives and what it says here, that, that you do not see anything that is really alive or really joyous, how much have we been taught about really experiencing joy? Give that some thought. Especially you look at the world, you might want to look in your own life as well in terms of how much stress you might be experiencing. You might think that you're happy, and we don't again, we do have happy experience, but take a look. What is your experience? What has your experience been of being joyous? So I'm going to leave you with that for today. I think that's all at the moment. I'm just checking in with myself, and I don't hear anything more to say for right now, other than just keep up the good work. Again, I'm not sure if I said this at the beginning, but please comment, like this video, and also subscribe. Whether you're watching it on Facebook or you're watching it or seeing it on Facebook or here, do it on both places, because it supports the growth of the community here. The word gets out there to others, and that's the request I have of all of you. I really appreciate it. So, okay, that's it for today, and we'll see you again tomorrow for lesson 18. Have a blessed and love-filled day. Bye for now.